tuning into Back Alley Gamers.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Back Alley Gamers. We hosted another friendly Company of Heroes 2 PvP match over on our Discord channel and wanted to share the results here for everyone to enjoy. This time around, we went for a 3v3 match on a hard-to-hold map, and the results were completely unexpected for those playing and those who watched the game live. If you want to become a part of our Discord and check out these events yourself, feel free to check out the link in the description below. To start off, we're going to have our team interviews, followed by the live commentary and match gameplay, and then I've got a fun snippet of the end of the match banter. Without further delay, let's hop in. Hey everybody, welcome back to this Saturday's Company of Heroes 2 PvP match. Today we're doing a 3v3, and in the hot seat with me at Team 1, I've got Boone, Crash, and Joseph. How are y'all feeling today?
Pretty great. Ready to win this thing once again.
Right, we have Boone coming back as a victor from our 2v2 match, but with that, we've got Joseph from the previous 2v2 match losing against Boone, but now working with him in this team. How you feeling with that, Joseph?
Honestly, feeling pretty great. I know we're definitely going to be working off our strengths, for sure.
And a newcomer into this match, Crash. You've got some Company of Heroes under your belt, but obviously you got two veterans in the Back Alley Gamers Discord with you. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling a little like the black sheep, but based on previous conversations, I think I should do okay. I think they're going to carry me through most of this.
We voted on Hill 400 for our 3v3 map. One heck of a map. You know, we got that King of the Hill focus, a lot of woods, and some trenches. So with that in mind, what are we aiming to play? What is the strategy for today?
So I guess I'll chime in first. So we had some ideas that we were kind of bouncing off of. We'll go ahead and start off and say that I do plan on going as the British. I plan on at least securing our backline. I also have a general that's going to help or repair backline defenses automatically.
Well, hopefully that all comes together for you, Joseph. What about you, Boone?
Yeah, plan to run in this one probably as the Russians this time around, just so I have the mobility of the infantry to kind of hit the back lines, because I really liked doing that last game, and I think it's going to throw a lot of their plans off.
Yeah, we definitely got to keep an eye out for Troy. So, Crash, what are you planning to run as in this game to help out your team?
No surprises here. I'm running with the Russians. My main focus is really going to be pumping out conscripts and just pushing the pace. That's really my strategy, is just basically hammer them down and just keep pushing with mortars and conscripts. Maybe throw a divisional gun out once or twice, but that's about it.
All right, so we've kind of got our ideas. It might change a little bit. I mean, it definitely changed a bit from the last interview for the 2v2, so we'll see how you guys end up landing in the next 30 minutes. But we have on Team 2, you're going up against Kraft, Trey, and Troy. And in that last 2v2 match, Boone and Joseph know well enough, Kraft made that big play that shifted the entire game. And we've got another Company of Heroes 2 vet coming in, Troy. And of course, we got Trey coming on the back line, definitely a little bit more newer to the game, still learning the ropes. But we have a pretty decent team on the enemy side. So how are y'all feeling about that?
Definitely a little bit worried on this one. Kraft is definitely the wild card. Trey is definitely going to be a good player. I'm definitely going to have to worry about him if I start getting distracted. I expect Troy to be the worst, though, just because he's got so much experience.
Okay. Joseph?
You know, honestly, I after playing with Trey does follow orders. And where he's going to struggle is micromanaging those troops. If he's not paying attention, any loose ends, I mean, any three of us will take advantage of that. You know, I know Kraft will most likely try to bring out the armor as well. Troy will obviously capitalize wherever he can. He's definitely going to be supporting, probably long range, I assume, and definitely think he's going to also be utilizing more anti-infantry. And he's definitely going to learn from what he watched from our last gameplay.
All right, Crash. I know you also watched that previous match, and I know you know a good bit about the enemy team you're coming up against. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I agree with them on the Kraft thing. I would definitely be worried about him.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I appreciate y'all taking the time. I'm going to leave the last 20 minutes for y'all to strategize, and we'll get ready for today's 3v3 match. Best of luck. And now moving over to Team 2 for this Saturday 3v3 PvP match in the Back Alley Gamers Discord. I am joined by Kraft, Trey, and Troy. Hey everybody, how you guys feeling? Kraft?
Oh, fantastic.
A previous winner in the 2v2 match. Is that kind of giving you a big oomph going into this 3v3 match?
Of course it is. Is that a real question?
Fair enough. Trey now joining up with Kraft from losing to him in the previous 2v2 match, now getting to work alongside him. How you feeling, Trey?
Oh, you mother. I'm feeling good.
Good. I hope both of y'all learned a lot from that previous match and how to maybe synergize going into this new 3v3 against your buddies from the previous match. And joining us for the first time in the tournament, Troy. I would say a pretty good, skilled veteran of RTS games and Company Heroes 2. How you feeling for this match?
Pretty good. Looking forward to the match and facing off against some pretty decent players. But I think we're ready for them.
And I know you took some time to. I think you were a main viewer of our Discord stream for the match itself, so you really got to see all 4 of those players, and you got to see their strategies, how they played, right? So I'm sure you're taking a lot of that knowledge in going forward.
Oh, definitely.
So my next question for y'all is, we are playing on Hill 400, a difficult 3v3 match. King of the Hill, no lanes, no buildings. It's going to be difficult. So hopefully you guys are putting together a decent strategy on who you're going to play and how you're going to tackle this craft. What is your main focus for this game?
Throwing infantry. Yeah, just straight up infantry. I'm playing Germans. I'm just gonna throw infantry as I'm gonna focus on.
Trey, you played Germans last game. What are you thinking for this game and this map with this setting?
Well, I'm going to run Germans again, but I'm going to try to go for anti-personnel.
And then Troy, you're joining in. I'm sure you're bringing some new flavor to the match. What is your main focus?
Yeah, Ober Commandos. Primary focus is going to be getting that Puma up, and same with the Hetzer, the flame tank. With this map being super heavily with trenches and stuff, I have a feeling we're going to be really baiting in those infantry against the enemy. So
I think that's a smart move moving forward on what you guys are focusing on. So the enemy team, Team 1, you got Boone, previous victor of the 2v2 match, newcomer Crash, and veteran Joseph. How are y'all feeling about that craft?
Not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty confident. Yeah, I feel like Boone Joseph are gonna throw some shit at us for sure. I'm not sure I Crash. I don't remember him playing with us very often ever, to be honest. So he's a wild card for me, but I feel like we got this.
Nobody that you're going to need to be focusing on?
Honestly, no. I'm just gonna focus on throwing infantry out there as much as possible. And just constantly keep pushing. Because if Joseph goes to British, he's gonna have heavy defenses up, and I don't want him to have defenses down.
Trey, same question to you. Enemy team, who's your focus? Anybody you're worried about? Let me know.
Let's see. I don't know how Crash plays, so he's going to be kind of a wild card. I'm pretty sure Boone's going to try to go heavy tank in the end, so probably going to have to put up a lot of anti-tank as we go along. So I think I'm looking out for Boone the most.
And then Troy, I know you played with all of them quite a lot. So what are you thinking?
I think the biggest challenge right now is Joseph. If he decides to go with his bread and butter, which is British, I think we're gonna have a really tough time late game. So our focus right now is to game plan it early to pole vault us into the late.
Well, gentlemen, I look forward to the match. Hopefully it's a clean, fun match. Hopefully it's long as the previous, just a lot of back and forth and some great chances, and I hope you guys can pull it through. Best of luck. All right, everybody, welcome to this Saturday's Back Alley Gamers 3v3 in Company of Heroes 2. We're playing on Hill 400. On Team 1, we've got Boone, Joseph, and Crash. We're running 2 Russians, 1 British. On Team 2, we've got Trey, Troy, and Kraft, 2 Germans, and 1 Oberkommando. This looks interesting. Needless to say, I am excited. And this is going to be a grinder of a map to fight on. They're going to be focusing hardcore center. I can already feel it. They're going to be fighting in those trenches. All right, we're loading in. So we're going to take off Fog of War. So on the right-hand side, we've got what looks to be, let me double check here. Yeah, so Joseph is in our blue. Yellow is our Boone. And blue is going to be our Crash. And then down here, we've got an oddly orange Craft, a purple Troy, and a very red Trey. So it looks like Trey and Joseph are going to be focusing that north front up here in the woods. A few buildings here and there. Church, great for an MG on the north side. Got some trenches. Center, again, Hill, which is going to be Troy versus Boone. That's going to be a fun match if that's how it centers out to be. He forgot to turn off that 3-minute timer. I wanted to get onto him next time. No big deal. Gives us time to kind of prep. Crash. Okay, Craft versus Crash on the south side. Again, a couple buildings, nothing crazy. Some walls, some wood line, and some sandbags. Got a lot of people standing around. Let's see. Any immediate activity. Joseph is on the run. There we go. Maybe there's a little bit of a hiccup there. I think it's sped into action. All right. So again, Kraft and Crash on the southern side. Troy and Boone running middle, and Trey and Joseph running top. Let's see if they respectfully. Again, I'm believing what I'm going to assume is Team 1's going to focus on grabbing resource points before running for the star. I see Kraft is going to immediately run for his star point like he did last game. But this time, Trey and Boone, I think, have learned from the previous match. They're going to grab the resource points first. MG already on the map for Boone. I mean, not Boone, Trey, which is very smart. I think he learned previously from Boone's strategy as a German player. I think that's what I'm seeing here. Again, I got some people standing around. Crash usually plays the Russians. He's playing the Russians again, correct. So we'll see if he kind of like hones in on his skills as that player. There we go. So now we have Boone already rushing middle. He's already got a backline troop supporting. Middle is captured. Got some fighting on the top end. Again, Trey and Joseph, which is going to be one hell of a fight. I do hope Trey can hold it because Joseph really knows what he's doing. Already an MG running for that fuel point. He has the star. North is going to be owned currently. But look at this. Troy coming in to secure with his little light, the wagon. I cannot pronounce that, but the Overcommando wagon, the little MG wagon, using that building. Nice. Already, Kraft going in for the sandbags, just building down the security. Is that a mortar? Crash already has a mortar, and he is putting it to work. Already pulverizing something. What is he pulverizing? Is he hitting this? It's hard to tell. A lot of fighting going for the top star. They were able to reclaim it. Trey pushing it with his MG, pushing back those riflemen. MG sitting on the top fuel point, but not taking it. Not taking it. No action on the middle yet currently. We do have some Volksgrenadiers on the munitions point, but not securing the munitions point. Very interesting. Looks like Boone is coming for the rescue on the north front with his longer range rifles. Oh, wait, that's I'm about to say, who's flanking around here, but that's not a flank. That is Troy coming in for the security there on the fuel point. Nobody owning a fuel point currently in the game. Looks like Troy's going to go for the first capture. Now that supply line is secured for Kraft, he has to hold this point to make sure he gets all of this as a supply point. There we go. Mortar's being used, but it is vulnerable to an easy flank here if Troy wants to push that. All right, on the right flank here again, Joseph coming back in, trying to see what he can do. We got some fighting going on. This wagon is not holding on for long. Might be some grenades here. We know what Boone likes to do here. Boone loves those grenades. He's using those Russians properly, using a flame grenade. Burning this MG. MG is not reacting fast enough. Just got out of there in time. Maybe they're getting a little mixed around on their navigation. Again, sitting on this fuel point, not taking it. Right now, we have Team 2 with most of the command points pulling in most of the resources for the match. It's going to give them a great advantage in this game. They also seem to be, controlling the star points, 484 to 488. Oh, this is kind of weird. So red is on the left side, but their points are on the right side for me. So that's going to kind of really mess up my brain here for a second, but I'm going to do my best to make sure I keep track of that. Russians are getting pushed pretty hard already with AT on the field, but there's no vehicles to worry about in this game yet. So I'm not really sure what the push for the AT was because there's no infantry now to secure this backline point. I think Troy has noticed that. Again, Kraft really using sandbags. Troy is all over this map. Another flame grenade, but he's watching. He's keeping track of it. Smart. Making that grenade go to waste. I mean, a bit of a damage, but nothing really too hard. Again, Joseph not taking this fuel point. They really need fuel. I'm not sure what's going on here. Also, nobody controlling any of the munition points as well. So I'm not sure what's happening here. Definitely outplaying that. Perfect. Good job, Troy. Troy has been putting in the work. There we go, Joseph. Actually transporting troops. Nice. And his universal carrier. No flame upgrade yet. I think he's going to go for that fuel point. I hope he goes for that fuel point. But he won't be able to really utilize it unless he owns this command point. And then, is that some... Where's this connected to? What is this What is this point connected to? There's this barrier here. Oh, okay, so it's all owned by this. The map just does not put that in well. So star point, then this command point. We got some infighting down here. Troy, again, all over the map. Killed this AT. Hate that I missed it, but what did I say? This AT had nobody protecting it. He used his Storm Pioneers, which get AT upgrades, which makes them amazing AT units. Boone was able to reclaim center star. We see a lot of infantry. Trey really working with Troy here to secure this munitions point. Finally taking it, mind you. Looks like Joseph is now finally taking this fuel point. Good to see. And Trey is putting down some defenses on the top side. Again, Kraft with little to no threat on the south side currently. This game is already starting to look pretty bad. 440 to 488. I'm not seeing a lot of movement. So we'll see how this goes. Taking this fuel point, but will not be able to use it until they own this and this to make sure that those supply lines are connected. So you can have it all you want, but can you use it? That is the question. We got some MGs just staring at each other, not able to hit each other. Look at this Fog of War. Well, whose Fog of War am I seeing? Wait, am I seeing Joseph's? He does see it, but they're out of range. Gotcha. Russia's coming in, but there's flame. He's going to use that grenade, most likely. I'm waiting for it. There it is. He's putting it on the emplacement. Very smart. These, I think they're all dead. I don't know if Trey's going to react fast enough. I don't think he sees it. I think Troy let him... No, that's not Troy. We got Joseph pushing in from the top. This emplacement's definitely gone. Well, the MG's dead in it. He can still do an MG upgrade. We do... Still no flame upgrade as well on that universal carrier. There we go. There's the first... Joseph's British go-to. He has his first mortar emplacement on the back line. But, you know, these emplacements are great until they get spotted. And if somebody really wants it dead, they can make sure it's dead. Crash down here in the south with some security, but he has no hold currently to retake any of these points. Fuel line, the fuel depot here is unsecured completely. Nothing defending it. We do have Kraft putting down some heavy defenses. Heavy defenses. Hopefully he can put them to good work. Putting an MG in his emplacement. Perfect. We got some MG fire up at the top here. What's going on here? Yep. Again, Troy using his vehicle. But the thing about these things, they're just way too weak. I don't think he's paying attention. He's to return it back, but I think it's going to be gone here. Trey coming in with the Panzer Grenadiers. They're definitely going to outperform these Royal Engineers. He does have a pretty heavy grenade. Whoa! Now here's an exciting turn of events. Troy has the flak half-track, and he's using it to his full advantage to completely clear out that MG nest. They can't do anything about it. They can't see past the smoke. Now he can see. Yeah, these Grenadiers can... Yeah, they're getting unpinned. About to say, they should be getting unpinned here soon. That mortar in place is being put to work, clearing out these Panzer Grenadiers. What do we got going on here? Oh, some Russians pushing around the outside of the MG. Trey not reacting fast enough. There's going to be a flame grenade. You know it. No, not a flame grenade. A satchel grenade. Gone. Jesus, there it goes. Yeah, Trey lost that MG. They're going to lose that munitions. Which is funny that they're stealing their munitions and they haven't even taken theirs yet. How interesting. Kraft having nothing to worry about. Spending all of his points into placements, but he doesn't have any AT. That's my only fear for him right now. No AT. So any decent tank push could really take that. They're securing that fuel depot now. Good job, Troy, taking that north side completely. So that leaves the north and south pretty much heavily controlled by Team 2. And again, Team 1, no infantry on the center. No infantry to be seen. They've got a bit going around, moving around here on the right-hand flank, and a bit here. Again, I called it earlier in the game. Most of the points were already being claimed by Team 2. And that put them so far in the lead. What's the resource difference here? We got 276, 263 on Team 2 side against 236 and 222 on Team 1. That is a big difference at the end of the day. And I agree, Alex, in our Discord chat, this map is an awesome map. It's a beautiful map. I mean, there's so much to really work with here. A lot of mortars on Team 1 side. A lot of infantry. A lot of infantry. These Russians need to make a move, and if they don't make a move, they're going to have to deal with this. Kraft has been given too much time to put his points to work. Here's that MG here. Now, we do have an armored car, the AEC from the British side, which will way outperform this flak half-track. Oh, that's going to be a loss for a flak half-track. There is no escaping this fight. That's going to really hurt for Troy, and that's going to give Joseph a nice edge on the north flank. Pushing in with some infantry here, some riflemen. They're most likely going to go back to that fuel depot, but again, the fuel depot means nothing without owning the star point. Russians doing what they do best, coming in flanking flame grenades all day. That is Boone's main focus this game, is I'm going to come around and throw some flame grenades when you're not paying attention. Another flak half track on the field, but again, this AEC armor car is going to do way too much damage. Was that landmines? Was that a cluster grenade? What just happened here? These infantry have been absolutely pulverized, and a lot of damage to the AEC as well from Troy's Stern Pioneers. Again, that AT upgrade they get is strong. MG here, folks, on the road, trying to keep this mortar team secure. Again, not taking their munitions point. I don't know why they haven't seen this. This could help them quite a lot, especially with all those grenades that they're using munitions points for. This game is looking like it's going to be a fast one. Right now, Team 2 has just way too much power claim, too much territory owned by them. Another armored car in by Trey, utilizing the German armor, early German armor. He needs to get some engineers on that AEC as fast as he can. Oh my goodness, this is not looking good for Team 1. Oh, here we go. Some Russians coming in on one of their light scout cars. He needs to get that infantry out of there, though, because... Oh, the flak is facing it. The flak's going to outdamage that car all day, every day. Not good for him. Backing up. Should have got his troops out, too, because if he had lost that car, that would have been a really expensive loss. AT pushing in on the half-track? Flamethrower could definitely clear this out if the flamethrower can get up on there. Also, Panzer Grenadiers with a grenade. He has availability for the Model 24 grenades. Could do a lot of damage. Pushing past the AT. Smart decision by Kraft there. Not giving that AT any room. Tons of... What is going on here? Mortar... Did he steal that mortar? He stole that mortar. Flame grenade burning that AT. AT is gone. Panzer Grenadiers can still utilize... That was an amazing... I'm so glad I watched that. That was beautiful craft. Gold star all day, every day. Stole an AT... Sorry, stole a mortar, killed an AT, can steal the AT, push back with his light half-track to make sure they couldn't damage it in time. This is not looking good for Team 1. This is not looking good for Team 1. All they have security middle, by the way, is an MG. Troy, no doubt, they could take this. I think he's looking. Yep. He's going to come take a little peek. A little peekaboo. See what's going on. North side, lots of damage. Lots of resources on the ground here. Nothing happening. Finally getting that AEC repaired. I think the resource... there's no even playing field right now. Team 2 has the resources to spend for this match. This match is going to be a lot faster than first anticipated. Stole that AT. They're coming in for the push. I don't think they could do enough damage, though. Yep, there's the Panzer Grenadiers to say, no thank you. Flamethrower's burning you down. Now you're pinned by the MG. AT is still in his hands. Right now, the resource loss to resource gain ratio here is not looking good for Crash. And Middle Star, he took out that MG team. Middle Star is now going to Troy. I think Troy came into this game with the mindset of, I am going to win. Troy everywhere where he needs to be. Kraft has the south side completely under his control. Nothing to change that up. A mortar coming in. Again, plenty of Russian infantry not being used properly. MG hammering down on that mortar team. They're going to get pinned. That's not looking good for them. Nothing happening on the north side. We've got some Royal Engineers moving north. We'll see what happens there. Again, Team 1 not securing their munitions point. Are they trying to make a... They did not aim that properly. I don't know whose that was. Oh, no, that was Troy. Troy was trying to see if he can blind them out and not... That's interesting move. Interesting move. This mortar is still shooting under red pin. Not sure how that's working. Rifleman pushing in. There we go. We're now seeing a move. Crash was still pushed out. A lot of death here. Wow, we must have missed this. I think all of Crash's infantry died here. Every single one of them. Kraft has just got a stranglehold on this south side. Using some grenades here. Flame grenades. Oh, wait, Crash is yellow, so my bad. I apologize. Boone lost a lot of infantry. Crash now using his Russian infantry with the flame grenades. That was to really hurt Boone. Let's see where Boone's pop is now. 34. Yeah, that is wild. Crash at 60, but he's about to drop very heavily here. He is killing some... He's retreating. He should not have retreated. He had the advantage. Kraft at 50 pop. This game is not looking good for Team 1. Team 2 has a 200-point lead. 3 stars. If you own all 3 stars, this game goes by real quick. Real quick. Kraft, Troy, and Trey are feeling pretty good right about now. North side, Joseph's got a lot. He needs to use it. There's no bunkering. There's no hunkering. This is a game where you need to push. You don't own anything right now for defenses. You should not be spending anything on defenses. You should be spending as much as you can munitions-wise for grenades and anything you can to get in there and do some damage. There you go. AEC against the armored car. Yes, AEC pushing in. He can also damage that flak. I don't see enough AT. Just some bazookas on Troy. Not enough AT here. There's a sniper on the north front. There is an AT on the top. Trey is seeing what he can do. He's coming down to try to secure or help, reinforce this. No, he's not. What is he doing? I think he's being told not to worry about it. Yep, he's been told not to worry about it. AEC out of action. Troy coming in with another base building. I wonder what it's going to be. It might be a vehicle heavy. Troy with the Puma. Troy with the Puma. He told me too. Very nice. As a Volksgrenadier player, I do like seeing somebody playing the Volksgrenadiers properly. Another AEC on the map, but I think it's a little too late now. Puma's on that. Puma is here. Pumas are fast, and they are lethal against some armor. South side again, Crash with some infantry. He's got an AT. He's got tons of mortars. I don't know. I mean, I understand why they're going mortars, but you need to get close enough to make the range worth it. Maybe here? Maybe here properly? Maybe. Again, Joseph with tons of infantry. Tons of infantry and an AEC. He could do plenty of damage. Where did this AT come from? Is that theirs? Boone with nothing. Boone's got plenty back here sitting, and he's not putting enough forward. I'm seeing Joseph everywhere on the north side, seeing what he can, but just no security. 300-point lead now with Team 2 over Team 1. This game is slipping away very fast. This is not looking good for Team 1 at all. The 2v2 match was just extremely fun to watch. Lots of excitement at all times on the center point. This map just being a bit larger. We're seeing definite fights on the south and north side. They are ignoring middle completely. Nobody's securing middle. Middle is available for anybody. There is some here. Trey has units everywhere on the north flank, is what I've noticed. All right, nobody pushing top. There we go. Joseph's coming in for North Star. Okay, there we go. Neutral Star. Still taking it. Plenty of infantry. That timer is going by pretty fast. I'm assuming we have something happening here. Grenade, maybe. Losing infantry, though. Losing infantry fast. RPG is going to do nothing for them. Flak is getting absolutely pulverized by... Yes. The Russian disruption. Divisional field gun. My goodness. I cannot say that to save my life. Boone destroying that flak. Nope, flak is still alive. This AEC is unobtainable. It is pure wreckage. They took North Star. There we go. And they are also taking Middle Star, as I said they should. They do have the assault gun. They are trying to turn this game back around. I love to see it. Thank you, Team 1. Seeing some communication. Crash having tons of security, but I don't see them wanting to push. Why push? Their star is so well defended. Why even waste the time to push? But now, if we see the Russians play their cards right, owning the middle star to come in for a flank, nothing's sitting here, and nothing's washing that way. All right, we have Joseph going back for the star, but we see Trey here taking it. That AEC, though, is going to be some damage, but we do have AT here sitting there ready for him. Maybe another hit. Infantry just getting blown up by Trey's. Trey loves his landmines. There it goes. That must have hurt. That AEC just got... I mean, there was no need for smoke. I mean, that AT might have hit it, but you also went through a lot of landmines. Got some damage down here. Crash is going to check it out. You're going to lose that so fast, Crash. What are you doing? No, he's not. He's playing it so smart. He's rushing past the AT. There's flame tanks completely decimating that. This is a play, Kraft. Once again, Kraft just, I mean, outperforming in this match with light vehicles. So we're going for the AT, but it doesn't matter. Flame is going to melt those troops. We do have Russians coming in from Boone to try to save face. So much damage. That entire defense line gone. They might be able to save this as well. Might need to back up a bit more. Keep backing up. You got another one. Back up more. Those infantry are pushing. They're going to be an MG fire. He saw that. What's happening up here? Nothing. That was an awesome play. We still have an assault gun just sitting on middle. Not much that can happen there. You know what happened? He needed to clear out those mortars. And he cleared out those mortars. Did any mortars survive? One. And actually, I think he just recently made this. That's a bigger mortar squad. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, he was able to kill those mortars that were no doubtly damaging his defenses. And I'm sure he's happy about that. Big infantry push. One MG can't hold all of them. This game is not looking good. 487 to 95. Just still 2 stars to 1. Another mortar. There we go. We have a Boone mortar sitting there. Yeah, oh, actually, that emplacement can put all those troops pinned down. They are getting damaged. We do see a Panzer IV on the field for Troy. AT still securing the star here. Going through the landmines, hitting the AT, front, forward. AEC getting hit. There's also a Puma sitting here, and Troy put his Panzer headquarters on the fuel point. That's a bold move. That is a bold move. Using the Panzergrenadiers buildings for that security is always a smart move, but a risky move. You do get a lot of health, but obviously, if you know, that's also a troop building, I guess is what I'm looking for. All right, so see if we can flank that MG, but that MG has way too far of a cone. Cannot get past it. Pinned. He's also put a searchlight in here. There goes that divisional field gun. Are they going to try to see if they can move something out? Yeah, again, that's stationary. You can't do much with it. You need to push it with infantry, though. That Panzer IV, that divisional gun is not going to be great against moving tanks. That sniper, nice! 487 to 75, a 400-point gain for Team 2. I think this game's in the bag unless Team 1 can do something crazy. And I think they just didn't push hard enough. Also, pushing them out, that was definitely Trey with that mortar, with that artillery strike. Killing that AT completely. 20-minute match with a 400-point lead for Team 2. Just not enough push from Team 1. Not securing enough points early game. Allowing Team 2 to get way too many points way too early. Allowing Kraft to just completely bunker this South Star for the entirety of the game. Now, this assault gun is sitting with nothing against it. There is a command tank here that could probably do some damage against it. I'm not sure what Kraft's going to be able to do. Maybe Kraft's not even worried anymore. Maybe he's saying, you know what? I got that 400-point lead. What's that assault gun really going to do? All right, it looks like we did see a... Might have been Joseph putting down some form of territorial defense, but they're not getting pushed again. Nobody's coming after you. You do not need to be worried about defenses or emplacements at this point in the game. You need to be worried about taking something back. And it's just not happening enough in this game. I've been calling it all game. A lot of MG sitting, waiting for something to come, and Team 2 is saying, why? Why do I need to push you? I've got everything. Bit of action on the south side. I'm thinking Team 1 might be forfeiting here. I'm not seeing enough movement from Team 1. We got some AECs. They're going to maybe try to do a big push on the south, but they've lost middle star. Those Volksgrenadiers are going to hurt the conscripts. Troy said, this is my game. Kraft hold the south star all game. Nothing to fear. I think this game's actually already over for the other players because we're 3 minutes behind. Look at this. All right, okay, there we go. A team effort on the south side push with only 40 points. We've seen this before. They've already lost something. What just happened here? Oh, a lot blew up. Was that an AEC? That was an AEC. Joseph saying, I don't know what else to do. Should have kept pushing. You've got the AT here. You've got the infantry. You need to make that push. You've only got 30 points to take it in time. 28 points. You're losing time. Command tank here. Kraft saying, don't worry, guys. I've got this. We've got enough points. Don't show your back in. There's a lot going on. 19 points. You're getting held down by MG. You need to push this point. You're pushing the wrong point. You're pushing south. That infantry, you should have pushed this way and around. I don't know what the thought was here. 10 points. What a beautiful last fight, though, for the south side, with Team 1 just not being able to keep it connected. Kraft just having too much time to really actually put down some meaningful emplacements. He's going to lose some damage here, but the game is over. Team 2 taking the victory. Kraft with a second victory under his belt for the Back Alley Gamers tournament, and now Troy and Trey joining in as victors for this game. I want to thank everybody for participating in this match. What a fantastic match. Team 1, a lot to learn. Team 2 just holding it. Fantastic.
So the idea was
Joseph's idea.
for I did. Don't blame me.
You were the one that was like, it would be fun to have 2 Russians. This is because I'm mad I lost. I'm just telling you right
Don't
now.
blame this on me. You were like, you
It
were
is
originally-
entirely your
You
fault.
were
Who was
thinking
the smart
about
one?
going
Me.
smart. Why did you not go German, huh? Why did you not go German?
Mom, Dad,
No,
I
I
didn't
know you were just
Yeah,
listening.
Mom
And
and
I
Dad.
did.
I just had to
Fighting
sound out for
between the
everybody
two.
else.
I think
It's
Russian
entirely your
has
fault.
Oh my god. Can accept
What did I
responsibility.
start?
Oh,
Here's the good
failure.
stuff.